Nice.
Yes boys, what is going on lads, and welcome everybody back to another player review. So today, it's a big one. The man himself, Prime Pep Guardiola. Let me know down below some other Prime or Mid icons you guys would like to see reviewed. Lads, Guardiola has a special place in my heart because I believe it was last FIFA, during the first icon swaps, base Guardiola for, was it 6 tokens or 5 tokens? I used him for over 300 games and absolutely loved him. I haven't tried any of his cards except his base card again earlier on this year, and it was in draft, like when the game first came out. So now we will be reviewing his prime icon moments. I brought him for 595,000 coins on a PS4, going for roughly 522,000 coins on the Xbox. Boys, before we get into this as well, if you go on to enjoy the review, a like and sub does go a long way. Trying something a little bit different with this type of reviews. We do live gameplay, but we're also doing like a little bit of a post-com. Gameplay is already recorded, so I guess people just want to see both, so we're going to try and split it up a little bit to help reach everyone's needs. So boys, starting off, coming in at 5'11", he's got medium-high work rates as well. I believe he's 3-star, but I mean, the pace is average of 78. I've gone with a shadow. You need that shadow boost, you need that pace boost. With that shadow going to 88 pace in game. His shooting isn't great, but his passing, dribbling, defending, and physical are all very well rounded. And one thing in game I can tell you now is 92 short passing and 91 long passing with him, lads. Absolutely incredible. I don't know what it was with him, but just he was underrated is all I can say, boys. You guys will see what I'm talking about in a minute. This card was absolutely phenomenal. We tried him out in a couple Champs games as well. It's Friday night. Champs just started, which is always when Champs are the sweatiest. So it was a couple tight games. I say that. The second game was tight. The first game was a very, very one-sided match. But he does have a team player trait, which I honestly don't think has any effect whatsoever on Ultimate Team. And as well, boys, I would like to mention he's got some really nice stamina. His strength is solid of around 80, something like that. Now, for the custom tactics as well, it's a little bit of an odd one because I am using the 5-2-1. What we're going to do is we actually switched him to a left centre mid, and I changed all of his stats around to stay back and cover centre, I believe, and stay on the edge of a box. So he's going to be a centre mid, but he's going to be a very defensive centre mid, and as you guys will see in all of the gameplay and all of the clips, he really is a CDM. He basically works as a CDM in a formation, so just if you want to use him as a centre mid, make sure you have him on stay back while attacking, stay on the edge of a box, and cover centre, just so he really starts off as, you know, a CDM, because he's not a centre mid, he's not a central attacking mid whatsoever. Now, the first game we play, my opponent was sweaty, but we just got the best of him, and boys, we started off with that pass from Pep, and you guys will just see in the background, Pep's passes are absolutely phenomenal. Like, he is just ridiculous. And already straight away, boys, he gives that through to Ronaldo. Ronaldo with a nice fake shot, drag from foot to foot, ball roll around, and finish. A beautiful goal. And it's actually a Pep Guardiola assist, like 10 minutes in. The perfect start. And as you can see, we go on for it. Not harmful at all. Perfectly fine. Brilliant tackle. Sarcasm if you didn't know. But we do get a tactical foul because my opponent was through. But just, you can see the clips going on in the background now. Pep Guardiola was an absolute menace in the midfield. He felt surprisingly agile on the ball as well. I would like to say, I was expecting him to not feel as good because I believe he's only got like 80 agility, 80 balance, or 79 balance, I believe. So I was expecting him to feel average. But I believe he's 5'9", or sorry, not 5'9", he's 5'10", /5'11", and honestly, he felt fine on the ball. First game, 8 out of 8 passes completed, 1 assist. It's a perfect debut, boys. It's a perfect debut. My opponent did quit around the 40th minute mark, and he was just out of it. He wanted to use his pauses first to try and waste my time. The second game, can't lie, boys. I was meant to be playing a rivals game, and it was accidentally a for Champs game. So I did not know until after I finished recording that I just played a Champs game. It's a solid team, and I can tell you now this opponent was much better, and this was a very, very tight game. But what you see from Pep in here, boys, is just completely magical. Honestly, Pep Guardiola, boom. Like, first of all, look at that assist. Look at that interception. Then look at that ball control. Just perfect midfield role. He is a perfect midfielder. We go 1-0 down there to my opponent's Balassi, who honestly, I don't mind, because Balassi I barely see, so at least my opponent had somewhat of a fun team. He had road to the final Pogba in there as well. Once again, Pep again with those passes is absolutely sensational. Now look at this, boys. This is what I'm talking about. The accuracy on this pass here. We've slowed it down for you guys, because it's just ridiculous. This card is honestly the best passer I've ever used. The 92 long passing and 91 short passing really does help this card out, boys, because his passing, insane. His pace, he's not the fastest. Like I said, with that shadow, putting him to 88 pace, that is a much needed boost. You need that 88 shadow boost. You could go for an engine, but it's only a +5, and +5 compared to a +10 boost. A shadow just tops it all. Like I said, an engine would be good because it will get his dribbling up, but it will only give him a +5 boost, where a shadow will just max his defending out, and it will just put him to 88 pace, which, like I said, you really want that 88 pace, because 83 pace, 84 pace, in my opinion, just definitely is not enough. And like I said, he actually felt surprising in game. I'm guessing it was mainly due to his body type. We're 2-1 up, by the way, and I was not expecting my opponent to quit. I went to make changes, and he quits. So I was like, I mean, I will take it, right? I will take it. And another very solid from Pep Guardiola, picking up a 7.3. And what I can tell you now, his passes were absolutely sensational. See on screen now all of the pros and cons. Starting off with the pros, it is going to be his work rates, his medium-high work rates. With his medium-high work rates, on stay back while attacking, he was just so good defensively, and like I said, he surprised me with how good he actually felt on the ball, and his dribbling and agility, he was not the most responsive. Left stick jiggling, left stick dribbling isn't great with him, boys. I can't lie. He's definitely not the most responsive in that aspect, but due to his body type of 5'10", 5'11", I believe, and it's a little bit of a small body type, he feels a lot shorter in game, and on the ball and turning, he actually feels quite solid. So it's going to be his work rates of medium-high. Like I said, defensively, he's brilliant, and it has to be the 92 short passing and 91 long passing. He was absolutely phenomenal. The ball control as well of 91 really surprised me, and that, once again, that could be a reason as well. He actually felt good on the ball, despite not having insane agility, despite not having insane balance. That 91 ball control really did make up for it. But defending as well, all round interceptions, defending, just all of that good stuff under the defending stat for him is sensational. With a shadow, he goes to 95 defending, I believe, so it just speaks for itself. And a 91 stamina, he can easily last that full game. Now under cons as well, he does have a 78 pace, like I said, with a shadow going to 88. It's not worse. There's a lot of worse. There's a lot of worse cards. 78 pace necessarily isn't bad, but it's definitely not insane, and he's not going to be a card you'll be using till the end of FIFA because, like I said, he's not the fastest. So you need that shadow. 100% you need that shadow, putting him to 88 pace, which is respectable, but we are just going to put that 78 pace under a con. Also, the other con is a 74 dribbling. Like I said, the left stick dribbling with him, he's not the best on the ball, but like I said, turning with his 91 ball control, just with his body type, he was actually solid. But that 74 dribbling, I did notice quite a bit. We did play 2 games with him in Foot Champs. He picked up 1 assist, which is quite surprising for a CDM or a defensive centre mid, and actually this stat surprised me. He completed 28 out of the 29 possible passes, which gave him a 96.6% passes completed rate. That is insane. 96.6% of the passes he did were successful. That just speaks volumes for how good this pass is, and it's not like I was doing easy passes either. As you saw in the video, the amount of passes and how long the passes were, the power he got on the passes, how precise the passes were, was just insane. The passing for me has made this card the perfect CDM. As with a rating out of 10, 595,000 coins for a Prime Icon Guardiola, it seems like a steal, guys. It really does seem like a steal. If I was to not guess the price of it and just randomly start using this card, I would probably say he feels like he's worth 700 to 800k in that category there. I had a mid-Essien who was around 650k. I personally liked Pep Guardiola Prime more than I did mid-Essien. We've recently dropped Essien for Del Piero and moved Del P to a cam, but honestly, boys, I feel like Guardiola just feels so much better in game. People see his 78 pace, they see he's not the most agile, they see he doesn't have the most balance, and they write him off as a poor icon. Trust me, lads, try him out. He is definitely good. So we've given him a rating out of 10 of a 9, which maybe that's a very high rating for this card. It's because he's only 595k. And when you get to the higher end of the game, you'll obviously start stacking up the coins, and you'll get that 595k very easily. And the value of player you get in return for spending that on Guardiola is absolutely sensational, boys. So, like I said, a 9 out of 10. I've been hyping this card up so much, so without a doubt, boys, he is going to get a big, nice tick from me he was worth it 100%. I probably lost 30k on tax because we have obviously sold him off again, but if I was to do an icon pack, who knows, I may actually give him a go over Curtis Jones, who knows, honestly. And if you guys did get him from a Prime Icon pack, let me know down below, because I'm guessing when EA do decide to release a Prime Icon pack, lots of you will be packing this card, and you're probably watching this to think, well, should I be disappointed? Is it a good card? Is it a bad card? Boys, I have good news to tell you. He's definitely usable. Don't listen to the big streamers. And one thing that it does kind of annoy me is with big streamers that have absolutely insane teams. Like, I have quite a good team, but I'm talking for big streamers. I'm not going to say any names, but some streamers, obviously, with full icon teams, they're going to see Prime Guardiola, and they're going to go, he's absolutely terrible. And I mean, they may be for him, because obviously they've got Prime Hullet running the midfield, you know what I mean? So Pep Guardiola, for the people that don't have as high of a tier team, he'll definitely run the midfield very well for you, and for me, he's going to be worth it. It's been your boy Davis. Hopefully this review did help you out. Let me know down below what other icon reviews you would like to see done on the channel, and until next time, boys, I'll see you later. Peace out, guys.